Hello, hello, talent. Let's just waiting for the other guys to connect. Hold on. Hello, Lerato. Just waiting for the guys to join. Hello, Anna. Okay. Let's start. Jeanette will join us later. I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, today I'm gonna focus on this one, behavioral security. But before I start with this one, I just wanna find out from you guys: are you guys using these platforms, ChatGPT, Claude, these AI platforms? Because this is the new way of working. So if you don't use this, your work is going to become difficult. So basically, somebody who's using this will have more of an advantage over a person who's not using this. So on my day-to-day operations, we use this a lot. Um, Even the guys who are doing coding and software development, they can write code using all these platforms, all these AI platforms. So even in cyber security, we do use these platforms. So get familiar. If you're not using this already, you must get familiar with these uh, AI platforms. Okay, I'm gonna go back to here. So currently the exams for CompTIA, they are multiple choice, but in the future they will change because of AI. So even when you are looking for jobs, you would come here. Let's say you're looking for, you want to apply for this job. You would take the description. Maybe you take this job description here. Sorry. And then go to AI and then ask the AI platform to create interview questions based on that job description. Then it will create all the questions that you might be asked for that particular job based on the job description that you pasted. And there's multiple AI platforms. Don't just use one or focus on one because they all differ. They are similar, but they all have their strengths and weaknesses. So you can use DeepSeek, ChatGPT, Claude, um, Gemini. There's different ones. Okay, let's go back here. So today we're going to focus on this behavioral security. So behavioral security is um, not very technical. It's more of governance. Remember, we spoke about something called GRC. GRC stands for governance, risk, and compliance. And behavioral security is managed by these policies. So, what are these? What are policies? Basically, policies are just guidelines designed to assist the organizations in their decision making. So every institution, every company, every government agency, they have their policies. They have some rules or guidance on how the employees must behave when they are working for that particular company. So policies they provide guidance on decision making and behavior. So basically, they establish what the organization will do and what the organization will not do. Let me go back to this screen. So this is Claude AI. This is another platform. So if I were to ask a question that what is the primary purpose of organizational policy based on what I was talking about, will you be able to know the answer based on this? Okay, let's see on the chat who will get it. Okay, I see. Yes, you are correct. Correct answer is B. So policy, remember, applies to only the organization or that particular organization. It's not a legal document. And then a procedure, it details the step-by-step instructions that describe how to implement policies and to accomplish specific tasks. So a policy will detail what should be done or what the organization is trying to do. And then a procedure will give details step by step on how to achieve those policies or how to implement the policies or how to achieve a specific task. So procedure is more detailed step by step instruction. A policy doesn't give instruction. So a procedure will give the timelines and it will give the roles of who must do what and it will give them guidance and it will be more specific. Okay, here's an example of a procedure. A password must be reset every 30 days, and then that procedure will even go deeper and it will tell you exactly how you must reset the password, where must you click, what file must you open, and how to reset it. So it will give you more information. That's what a procedure is. Okay, let's go here. No, this one. So based on what I was saying now, obviously the answer here, all of you will know the answer here. If they say provide, which document provides detailed step-by-step instructions on how to implement policies, then all of you should know the answer. Obviously, it will be procedure. Okay, let's go here. And there's something called a standard. So, what is a standard? It defines specific requirements that must be met to ensure consistency with the policy and compliance. So, what does that mean? A standard helps organizations to comply with industry compliance. So, if I can make an example, in the car industry, there's a standard that, sorry, a small passenger car must be able to fit only 4 people. That's the standard that has been set by the car industry. So in IT or in cybersecurity, we do have standards that says a password for administrators must have a minimum of 14 characters in length. So a standard itself is not a legally binding um, instrument. So it's designed to assist companies for them to remain consistent. Consistency meaning they must be similar in some form, in some other ways, even though they differ. For example, most of the phones they use Type C port or Type C charger, even though they are different companies. It's Samsung, it's Apple, but they've all agreed to use the same standard when it comes to charging. But because it's not legally binding, anyone can change. Samsung or Apple can decide tomorrow they'll do a new phone, they'll design a different charging port with a new different charger. And then guidance provides advice or recommendations on how to implement policies or procedures and standards. So basically that's what a standard does. It just provides guidance. And then this one, personnel management policies. These are done mostly by HR. So when you work in IT or when you work in cybersecurity, you will work a lot with HR and legal department. Personnel management policies, they define how organizations will or manage its people or human resources throughout the employee lifecycle. Basically, these personnel management policies, they'll tell you exactly what you must do when you get new employees, how you must manage them. These policies define standards for recruiting, hiring, managing, and termination, and that there's compliance with the employment laws. Remember, every country has employment laws, and then these policies here, they will assist you in complying with the employment laws. Let's go here. Okay, what do standards primarily define in an organization? Let's see if somebody will get this answer in the chat. What do standards primarily define in an organization? What must be done to ensure consistency and compliance? Or is it B, how to perform specific tasks? Or is it C, why certain actions should be taken? Or is it D, optional recommendations for improvement? Remember, I gave an example of the car industry. I said small cars are designed to only accommodate 4 people. That's the standard that has been set in the car industry. So, which one is the correct answer here? Let's see who will get it right. No, no one wants to answer this one. Correct answer is this one, guys. Consistency. Remember, I give an example about Samsung and Apple. They might be different companies designing different phones, but then when it comes to their charger or the charging ports, they want to remain similar, consistent. Okay, let's go to the next question. Let's see if you will know this one. An example of a procedure would be, what is a procedure? A procedure gives instructions, remember? step-by-step instruction. It tells you to do something. A policy doesn't tell you to do that. So which one gives instructions here based on what I just said? Is it A, is it B, is it C, or is it D? You can type the answer in the chat. Let's see if you'll get it right. Even if it's a wrong answer, it's fine. No, no one wants to try this one. Procedure. So if I tell you that the procedure that you must follow is what am I telling you? Basically, I'm giving you instructions. The correct answer is this one. Password must be reset because it's giving instructions. It provides specific step-by-step instructions. And it specifies who must do that instruction. Okay, let's do this. Okay, let's move on to this one. Operational policies. Operational policies, they govern the day-to-day operations of employees, meaning what the employees are doing on a daily basis, meaning the hours worked, how they behave, the code of conduct, health and safety or performance management. And then this one, acceptable use policy. So basically, this one is about what is acceptable in the company in terms of how you can use the company resources, their assets, their laptops, their printers, their network, anything that belongs to the company, how or what you can do with it, how you can use it. You must go and look at the acceptable use policy. It will give you all that information. So, acceptable use policy, it outlines the rules, guidelines for using an organization's IT equipment. Example, company equipment should only be used for official business purpose. So even if you use your personal phone to connect to the company network and you access the company emails, the company has the right to access company data, even if it's on your personal phone. Okay, I send you the link for the questionnaire. Then you test if it opens on your side. If you check on WhatsApp, there's a link for the questionnaire. I just want you guys to test if it works on your side. Then let me know if it works or not. Okay. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, go to question. Is it question 5? Yeah. Okay, they're asking there what type of document provides advice or recommendations on implementing policies, procedures, and standards. So choose the answer that you think is correct. What type of document provides advice? Which one provides advice here? Is it A, is it B, is it C, is it D? Is it policies, guidance, procedures, or standards? Okay, correct answer is this one, guidance. Guidance provides advice or recommendations on how to implement policies, procedures, and standards. Okay, let me share the entire screen. Share. Okay, I'm gonna go to this one, privacy policy. What is privacy? Privacy, anything that belongs to you, which is sensitive to you, which is not visible to the public. So, privacy policy, it is a legal document that outlines how a company collects, uses, discloses, manages a customer's or employees' data. For instance, let me open a website, then you can see maybe a privacy policy. Let's see if BBC has a privacy policy. Okay, this one is taking too long to open. Let's try a different website. Okay, I'm gonna try this one. Okay. Okay, this one. There's the privacy policy. If you can look where my mouse is, I'll click and open it. Then you can see learn more in our privacy policy. I'll click here. Then you can see it shows the privacy policy. So any websites that collect your information, they should have this privacy policy. And this is what they will tell you exactly what they do with the information that they collect from you. So I'm not going to read this whole thing. I just wanted you to see this policy specifies or this policy is specific about the data privacy rights granted to individuals. So if you wanted to find out what are the rights or what are your rights regarding your data, when you visit a specific website, you just go to the privacy policy, then you'll be able to see all the rights. And the privacy policy will speak about how they collect your data, what they use it for, how they use it, and if they are sharing it, who are they sharing it with, how are they transferring it. If they are selling it to other companies, then they need to give you all that information. You have to give them permission that yes, you do agree for them to take your data, use it, and sell it. So, all that information, you'll find it here in the privacy policy. So, these are some of the things that you have to create when you work for a company as a GRC specialist. So I had to create a privacy policy before. We were creating a new system, a new application, which was going to collect data, and that system or application, it was also operating in Europe, and Europe is very strict. So we had to create privacy policy, which include all the regulations from Europe. So you have to read a lot about regulations. So it kind of feels like you're times when you work in cybersecurity. Okay, moving on. I'm gonna come here. So you're gonna have to learn a bit about GDPR, cookies, data retention. Data retention is how long are you going to keep the data that you collect from the employee or from the customers. Monitoring data subjects. Some websites, they do monitor your actions or your behavior, and they collect all that information. Then cookies, if I go back to that website here, if you look where my mouse is, you'll see there's a cookie policy. If I can click on it, then it tells you exactly what are the details of this cookie policy. So a cookie is a file which will contain all your information regarding your behavior on that particular website. So this is all the cookie information. So it keeps you signed in. Basically, you don't have to re-enter the passwords or logins multiple times. All your information will be saved on the cookie. That means if someone was able to steal your cookie, they'll get access to your information. And the different advertisers, they want that information from the cookie so that they can be able to market to you their products and services. So when you open a website, you go, maybe you search for phones, and then next thing you search for clothes. All that information is captured, and it's captured in the cookies. So the advertisers, they want that information so that they can show you or advertise their products and services to you so that you can buy from them. So it monitors how users interact with pages or web pages. Okay, let's go back here. Let's talk about this one. Public sharing of information. A lot of you do have social media, just like I do. Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all that information. We all those websites, applications, we do share a lot of information on those platforms. Sometimes we overexpose ourselves. So we make it easier for hackers basically to hack, to get our information, because we give it to them without them even asking. So if I buy a new car, I show them exactly that I just bought a new car. I show them where I stay. Some people they share um, how much they earn and all that information. So basically, we give them information. We make it easy for them. So if somebody is trying to track you, to find or to get to you, all they have to do is go to your social media. They can track exactly where you work or where do you hang out. If you go to gym, they know that it goes to Vision Active at this time and they work at this place. They go and they go to these clubs. They go with these people. So all that information, it's accessible on the internet. Okay, let's go back to the questions. Let's go to question number 6. So, personnel management policies cover which of the following throughout the employee life cycle? So, remember, these have to do with HR policies. Is it A? Is it B? Is it C? Or is it D? Personnel management policies. What do they deal with? What is the best answer here? Let's see if you guys will get it right. Okay, let's see if anyone will type an answer in the chat. Okay, for this one, correct answer, I hope you got it. Correct answer is D. Personnel management policies, they deal with all of these: recruiting, hiring, managing, termination, and compliance with employment laws. Okay, let's go to question number 7. Which type of policies govern the day to day operations of employees? Is it A, acceptable use policies? Is it B, operational policies? Is it C, privacy policies? Is it D, personnel management policies? Which one do you think is the correct answer? Day to day operations. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's go to number 8. What is the main purpose of an acceptable use policy? Okay, type your answer on your side. Okay, correct answer is this one. Okay, let's talk about this one, handling confidential information. So there's a way or there's a process and procedure of handling confidential information. You require strong passwords and never share the passwords. Never write down passwords. You must follow the password policy. Don't use the same password for every login or every website. And handling confidential information requires protective measures. PII, that is confidential information. PII stands for personally identifiable information. So, information like credit cards, ID numbers, that would be considered PII. So, these guys at, let me open this story here. So, these guys, when they committed fraud here at SASA, they stole PII, right? Personally identifiable information, ID numbers, and they created the SASA cards and made withdrawals and stole this money. Yeah, because government institutions, they don't invest in cybersecurity. They don't have the best protection measures, and that's why things like these happen. Okay, let's go to the questions. Okay, let's go to question 9. In BYOD, bring your own device environment, who owns the company data accessed on personal devices? Who owns the company data accessed on personal devices? Okay, answer that question. Let's see who will get it right. Okay. Correct answer, yes. It's the company. Company owns the data, even if it's your personal phone or your personal device. So in the company that I work for currently, I'm creating or I am implementing this MDM. Mm, okay, let's see if I can find it here. Microsoft in June. Okay, there it is. So what this does is, because we have a lot of employees who do access company Outlook or company data on their personal mobile devices. So this system here helps us to separate their personal information from company information. Basically, we can manage the company data on their personal devices. And let's say if they lose their phone, or if their phone maybe gets stolen, we can delete or remove that company data using this system, so that unauthorized people don't get access to that data. And this helps us to install any company application or anything like that on their personal mobile device. So this is called Microsoft Intune. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, what is a privacy policy? Let's see if you know this one. Is it an instruction for handling confidential information? Or is it B, rules for using company IT equipment? Or is it C, a legal document outlining how a company collects, uses, discloses, manages customer or employee data? Or is it D, guidelines for employee behavior and conduct? Okay, correct answer is this one. Privacy policy. It's a document that shows how your data will be collected, used, and disclosed. Okay, let's go to number 11. Which are the following examples of public sharing of no, sorry. Which of the following examples of public sharing of information platforms? Is it A, or is it B, or is it C, or is it D? It's gonna be this one. Public sharing of information platforms. All of these: social media, emails, file sharing, and instant messaging. So let me show you something about this thing of sharing information online. I'm gonna open ChatGPT, because I use this a lot. So that means it knows a lot of information. If I say share info about me, let's see what it will show. So I've asked ChatGPT to share information about me, and here's what it shows. It shows my location, where I live in, or the industry that I'm in, the years, the my education background, my knowledge, my skills, my experience. It shows that I'm learning all these things. It shows that I'm interested in AI automation. What are my current focus? So you see, it knows a lot of things about me. So if somebody wanted information about you, if they knew how to use the internet or these public platforms, they could get a lot of information about you. Okay, let's go here. Okay, let's go to question number 12. When handling confidential information, you should A, never share passwords, never write down passwords, or B, write down passwords for easy access, or C, only share passwords with supervisors, or D, share passwords with trusted colleagues. Now, obviously, the answer is never share passwords, never write down passwords. I know it might be difficult to remember, especially if you have one of those complicated passwords, but never write down these passwords, especially for sensitive platforms like your internet banking websites. If you want strong passwords, you can come online. There are platforms which you can use. Test my password strength. You can come here and you can type your password here just to test if it's strong enough. So if I create a password, then it will tell you that, oh, your password is very weak. Try something different. Let's say if I try a different one. Now, this one is very strong. And it tells you that your password is very strong. It might take even 32 years for someone to crack your password. And it tells you exactly all the characteristics that are needed. 12 characters, lowercase and uppercase. It must have numbers. It must have some symbols. Okay, let's go back here. Let's go to question number 13. PII, personally identifiable information, includes what is the personally identifiable information here? Is it only emails? Is it only emails and addresses? Is it only phone numbers? Is it credit cards and ID numbers? Okay, correct answer is this one. Very sensitive information, like credit cards and ID numbers. Because these credit card numbers, if I have these credit card numbers, I can buy blank credit card numbers online and then buy cloning machines, card cloning. Device. So I can buy something like this online here on Takealot. It's available. Then I can buy empty credit cards like these. So those guys who who conduct fraud at SASA, they get these blank cards from someone who works there in that department, and they get the machines like this, or even from those people who work from SASA, they give them these machines and blank cards, and then they steal that PII information, ID numbers, and all that sensitive data. Then they transfer it to these blank cards, and then they take these blank cards, they go to ATMs to withdraw money. Okay, let's go to question number 14. Why should data be encrypted when handling confidential information? Is it A, only to improve system performance? B, only to save storage space? Is it C, to make data processing faster? Or is it D, for protection and to comply legally? Encryption is for protection. So the answer is this one. So when you're working, or when you're a company, you're working with sensitive data, you don't have, or you don't encrypt that data, and then people steal that data and they use it for whatever, you can be fined or you can be sued. So this company here, Information Regulator, which is a government agency. So if they do investigations and they find out that your company did not encrypt the sensitive data when you were working with it or transferring it, they will issue fines to your company. So you can see here they issued a fine of 5 million to this Department of Justice because they didn't follow the proper procedures. They did not comply when they worked with sensitive data. You can see here, Department of Education was also issued a fine of 5 million because they did not comply with this POPIA, Protection of Personal Information Act. Okay, let's go back to these question number 15. Which statement best describes the relationship between policies, procedures, and standards? Is it A, policies answer why, or procedures answer how, or standard answer what? Or is it B, they are all the same type of document? Is it C, only policies are mandatory? Or is it D, standards are more important? Remember, procedures, they tell you the step by step of how to do things. They give you instructions. They tell you the how to do it. So I just gave you an answer right there. So the answer is this one. Okay, let's see how much time we got left. 3 minutes. Okay. Okay, I just want to find out from you guys. Okay, let's see. There's this one, GRC, which what we did today is part of GRC. Then there's this pen test or ethical hacking. This one is very technical. Okay. I'm going to stop the live.